Hello, everyone. This is Tim Blankenship with the Divorce661.com Daily Perspektiv, episode 68. Thanks for tuning in. Today, I'll be talking about some of the key consultations and cases we worked on this week, the challenges we tackled, and how we've been able to help our clients move forward with their amicable divorces. To start, it's been a busy week. Despite the winds and wildfires in Los Angeles County, which even led to our office being closed a few times and an evacuation due to the Kestic fire, we've kept moving forward. Let me give you a quick snapshot of our stats so far this week and month. We handled 15 consultations this week, bringing us to 56 for the month. We also brought on 18 new clients this week, making it 51 new clients for the month so far. It's been a strong start to the year. The next thing that came up today is the range of cases we worked on across California. This week, we helped clients in several counties, including Los Angeles, Riverside, San Bernardino, and San Diego, to name a few. It's always interesting to see how divorce cases vary slightly depending on the county. Let's dive into some of the consultations and cases we worked on this week. One client had been separated for a year already. They were in agreement about the divorce, had no kids, assets, or debts, and just wanted to finalize things. They initially asked about an annulment, but I explained why that wouldn't be feasible in their situation. They retained our services, and since they'd been married for less than a year, we assisted them with a summary dissolution. Another case involved clients who had filed for divorce way back in 2017, but had never served the divorce papers. They hired us to take over, and when I reviewed their case online, I found that the 6-month cooling-off period had never even started. The case was still open, so we didn't need to file a new one, which saved them the filing fee. We did, however, need to file an amended petition. These clients also retained our services. One consultation stood out because the clients hired us without even setting up a consultation first. This happens often because of the trust we've built through the content we put online and our over 100 5-star reviews on Google. These clients had a more complex case: long-term marriage, kids, assets, debts, a home, and pensions. They retained us, and we are now helping them finalize their settlement agreement. Another client had filed for divorce on their own in 2023, but never served their spouse, so their 6-month cooling-off period had also not started. One issue with their case was that they had filed FL 160 property declarations, which contained too much personal financial information to make public. I always recommend against filing these documents for that reason. The clients were concerned about their financials being public and asked us to dismiss the case and start a new one. This time, we avoided the property declarations as we recommend. We also had a consultation where the respondent had already filed a response. I explained that if you're amicable, filing a response isn't necessary and only triggers a second filing fee. By guiding clients through the default with agreement process, we save them money while still ensuring both parties are involved and sign a settlement agreement. Another client had filed their own case but got stuck in the process. They had assets, debts, pensions, and 401ks, but didn't want to divide anything. I explained that as long as both parties agree, the court won't force them to divide their assets, even if they're technically community property. These clients hired us to take over their case. One consultation was with clients I had spoken with about 8 months ago. They hadn't moved forward because they thought their agreement wouldn't be allowed by the court. Specifically, one spouse wanted to keep 100% of the home while the other kept their pension, which were about the same value. I assured them that if both parties agreed, the court would approve it. They retained us and are now moving forward. Another couple had separated last July and were just now starting the divorce process. I explained that the length of the marriage stops accruing at the date of separation. Even if you're separated for years before filing for divorce, the length of marriage for purposes of dividing assets and debts is based on the separation date. They hired us to get the process started. We also took over a case that was filed in 2024. The clients had worked with a mediator to reach an agreement, but hired us to finalize their case with the court. It's common for people to need help with the final steps, and that's where we step in. Over the weekend, someone scheduled a consultation for a case that had been rejected 3 times recently. I reviewed their situation and emailed them to let them know a consultation wasn't necessary. As long as they were amicable and both willing to sign the agreement, I could finalize their divorce case. They hired us, and when I reviewed their paperwork, I found numerous errors. Even the court's rejection letter stated there were so many mistakes they couldn't list them all. I corrected everything and sent their final paperwork for e-signature so I can file it with the court. In closing, it's been a busy week, and we've been able to help so many people with their amicable divorces. Thank you for watching the Divorce661.com Daily Perspektiv. We'll talk to you tomorrow.